Guys, it's me, man, here, Double H, half of that hope, man. The North London derby is here. Why it is this early, why it's coming so quick, we don't know, but who cares? At the end of the day, it's a big game, a massive game, and whether it comes early or whether it comes late, it doesn't really matter. The fact is that it's here. So, a bit of a tactical preview of what's going to be going down. So, don't be alarmed. This is something that I actually talked about a little bit with Deva when he was around, which is the need for I think it was going to go for 3-3, but the need for Arsenal to change their approach. Whether it's a 3-5-2 or a 3-4-3, but I'll give you the two approaches. So as you see here, Luis, I believe he plays better in a 3. That is his strength, and that is where he plays better in. So I just think, if you're rolling with a Socrates, a Luis, and a Mustaf, see, I think, is Rob Holding around? See, if there's anybody that can replace this dude, so not Mustafi. So if there's anybody that can replace this dude, it's get someone from the streets, get someone from the academy. So just have Socrates, Luis, and not Mustafi in there. Then I think a back 3 works well and benefits this dude most definitively. So I think if then Arsenal then roll with this. So you've got Guendouzi and Ceballos, who obviously the midfielders. Guendouzi stays here. Ceballos is allowed to roam and go a bit forward. Torreira is the guy that cleans things up in our midfield. He's the terrier, he's the ball winner. Xhaka is trash. And then you now have these left wing backs who obviously give you the strength in the width, but also can come back here and make this a 5 to pretty much make it difficult for Tottenham to break through from the wings through either a Son or a Lucas Moura. And then you have the two here in Lacazette and Aubameyang playing as the two strikers. Lacazette obviously being the number 10, picking up things over here and working through his technical skills, and Aubameyang waiting for that through ball to fire in through. But an alternative, this is an alternative, is this. What was I going to say? An alternative is this. This is an alternative. Is if you roll with this. So you have Pepe, Lacazette, but the danger here is you don't have that protection in midfield. All you have is Ceballos and Torreira in there. Ceballos not really the greatest tackler or ball winner, and Torreira will have to do a lot of the chasing. But the thing about that is that, remember, in football, don't look at the formation football. What you should look at is how do you look like with the ball and how do you look like without the ball? So with the ball, this is probably what Arsenal will look like. Without the ball, Pepe and Lacazette will be required to bunch in. And they'll be required to come back in and really work hard in that midfield and really support both Ceballos and Torreira in there. And then when they don't have the ball, that's when Lacazette can move out there. Pepe can perhaps move out there and work with Maitland. Lacazette can move out there and work with Monreal, and then they can then attack through there. So we roll in here with now Tottenham now. So Ndombele, he's missing, he's injured, and I think we're still all up in there with this whole Vertonghen situation. Is he playing? Is he not playing? We don't know. So Lloris is obviously your goalkeeper. Hopefully he hasn't been drink driving. Sanchez or the Alderweireld, both the centre backs, and now I think you're now going to be seeing the introduction of Serge Aurier. So Aurier right back, Rose left back, and then the two midfielders in Sissoko and wings. I'm not a huge fan of wings. He's a decent, tidy player. I don't think he offers anything great towards the team, but I think he's just a good guy just to keep the midfield things going in. But I think for a central midfield, especially when he's in advanced positions, you probably need a bit more from him. So you've got Sissoko, you've got Wings in there, and you've got Eriksen in there as the number 10. And what I've right to go with here is Son, obviously your left inside forward. But what I want from Lucas, I think Aurier is good here. Aurier is good there. What I want for Lucas is if the guy actually bunches in and plays much more as a secondary striker. I think him out wide, he's not an inside forward. What he is a great guy as picking up the passes and just picking up some juice in there, and I think to then supply for Kane. And I think for Eriksen, who is key. Without Eriksen, Tottenham cannot function. They cannot function without him. I think Eriksen is going to be vital if Tottenham are going to get anything in this game. So I think Arsenal's approach should be for me, since they're playing at home, I think they should go with this because again, if they don't have the ball, these guys can very easily bunch in, go out, and of course these guys can try and read the game and know when to bunch out to perhaps support both a Monreal and a Maitland. And you also have your Torreira and Thebas obviously coming in deep to also protect the center of the area. But I think Arsenal at home, at the Emirates, I think they should feel confident in attacking a Tottenham side who I think are going through some internal issues. So I feel especially when they have the ball, we know how good Thebas is on the ball and how good he is at threading the ball. And I think within Pepe, I think what you have is a very skilled dude. So I think what Pepe's instructions should beat the man with the ball. Beat the man with the ball. And I think him and Lacazette should try to combine, especially with Aubameyang, with 1-2 passes to try and test that chin of Tottenham. They have to try and test the chin of Tottenham. I think for Emery, he's going to tell them to attack. Go out, attack. But I really do believe that what Emery should try and work hard on is... okay, cool. What he should work hard on is playing through at the back. If ever there was a game to try this tactic, I think it's a home game, especially against Tottenham, through at the back. But I really want a situation where you have both Pepe and Aubameyang and Lacazette in there because I think if you have all those three in there, it's going to cause some serious issues and some serious problems for Tottenham trying to defend against them. So, and look, we already know how good Lacazette is. Lacazette, he is technically Arsenal's best player, and I think Lacazette's role in this thing is to supply for Aubameyang, is to get hold of the ball, and really he has the instructions of you can either shoot, run forward the ball, or try and look for Aubameyang. And you just know with Aubameyang, what's Lacazette, Pepe, Thebas should be doing, even in Monreal or in Maitland, is try and give this guy a clear shot at Lloris. Give him, because I think if Aubameyang is bearing down at Lloris's eyes, Aubameyang will get that G. So I just think there has to be an impetus of trying to create that situation and that scenario for Aubameyang. So for Tottenham, Sissoko is going to be very crucial, extremely crucial indeed. And I think what's going to be very interesting is going to be these battles here, like Rose up against so Rose up against Pepe, Aurier up against Lacazette maybe, but I think the Rose Pepe thing, that is going to be very definitive because we saw what Pepe was doing in that game at Liverpool at Anfield, which is a much harder place to go to. So I think Pepe at home against Rose, who I don't think is as strong a defender as Robertson, I think it's going to be a lot tougher. So that's going to be very, very important. I think it's going to be very important to see for Sanchez to try and really support him and give him flex there. So this being away, it's really about how they counter the offensive nature that Arsenal are going to bring towards them. And what is going to be crucial is how Sissoko and wings winning the ball, and if they can win the ball in dangerous areas when they can see Arsenal overloading, how quickly they can find Eriksen, and Eriksen's distribution to either a Lucas or a Son. We know that for Lucas, the directive is run with the ball. Run forward with the ball, because when Lucas is running with the ball, that's going to be problematic. And whether Arsenal goes with a back three or a flat back four, I think Lucas, if he beats the press and is running forward that defense, is going to cause issues. Son, I already said this guy, he's Tottenham's best player. I think for Son, if he can get the ball in dangerous areas, and I think Son is going to be up against Maitland-Niles. So it's going to be Son up against perhaps most likely Maitland-Niles. And Maitland-Niles, I think, is decent, but I think Son can really get in towards him. So I think, what Tottenham are trying to do is get that ball in for Kane, try and supply in for Kane, and also with regards to Lucas and Son, is also try to supply for Kane. I think for Aurier and Rose should also be trying to supply for Kane, but I think for Son and Lucas, I think both individually, they can cause some serious issues. So I think this is going to be a very, very entertaining game because I think Arsenal are going to really attack. And I think with Arsenal attacking, it's going to be interesting to see how much Arsenal attack and how much space they can expose of Tottenham, and also how will Tottenham counter that Arsenal attack? How are they going to be able to respond to that attack? So all in all, putting everything together here, man. I mean, I don't know what Emirates is going to go with. I don't know what it's going to go with. I don't know how it's going to ride with. But Arsenal at home at the Emirates, I might give this W to Arsenal. I might give this W to Arsenal. You know, I just think that even if they go sniped open by Liverpool, I think they faced a much tougher team in their fortress. And I think I definitely saw stuff there that gives me like some information and knowledge that I think Arsenal can be able to carry that and be able to really execute something that could be quite problematic for Tottenham. So we'll see what Tottenham will do. We'll see how they can ride. But I'm going to go with 2-1. I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Arsenal. I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Arsenal. I think it's going to be an open game, exciting game, but I don't think it's going to be a huge goal swing in lubrications or circumcisions. But I'm going to go with a 2-1 to Arsenal to ride through with this game. And remember, guys, if you can find the damn thingy, remember to support your boy over here on the Patreon El Page. The link is in the description box below. Support your boy and gain access to extra content. Obviously, building up to this game as well as other games coming up this weekend. And then we can all ride through, be real and be cool. Peace out, stay true, and have love. Peace out, baby.